At the moment, it does sort of look that way. And if you look at betting markets, it's extraordinary. Over 80% probability for Liz Truss, under 20% probability for Rishi Sunak. That's where people are putting their money physically now. Now, people have bet wrong in the past, but it does give a sense of inevitability here around this campaign. Of course, Liz Truss sustaining at the last poll a 24-point lead ahead of Rishi Sunak. And that was before some of his less well-received debate performances and indeed before his U-turn on the issue of tax, on that one specific tax on VAT. And so it does look like Rishi Sunak does need something big. If he's going to turn this around and ballots land on the doormats of Conservative Party members from the start of next week, and we know that Conservative Party members are likely to vote pretty much as soon as they get their ballots. People aren't going to be sitting on these for weeks and weeks and weeks before they finally send them off. Rishi Sunak has really a matter of days to make a big splash to turn things around. And it's looking like he's getting fewer and fewer opportunities to do just that.
And Rishi Sunak was the favourite amongst MPs. Charles Walker, senior Conservative MP, he made an interesting intervention yesterday in this debate, saying that, actually, it should be Conservative MPs that determine these things, not Conservative Party members. Is he a lone voice on this?
He does seem to be a bit of a lone voice in this, because every time that the Conservative Party has chosen a Prime Minister, and it's happened, well, now 3 times in the last decade, there have been these criticisms of the process, that it goes out to the membership, and the Conservative Party membership are not the same, don't behave the same as the country at large, as you'd expect. And before 2001, the system was that Conservative MPs would choose their leader and thereby the Prime Minister if they're in government. That was the system from 1975 through to 2001. William Hague changed it after 1997 because it was seen to be not involving the membership, because it was seen to be elite and private and mysterious and duplicitous. One of the things that's said about Conservative MPs is they're potentially the most sophisticated electorate in the world, potentially the most duplicitous electorate in the world. So the idea with this sort of rounds and then a threshold and then a final 2 to give to the membership, it gives the membership a voice, not in the same way that the Labour Party have a voice. You get to choose between a much wider array, but it means the Conservative Party MPs can have that safety valve, not produce a Corbyn-like sensation whereby someone has no support within the parliamentary party, get to those final 2 positions and then the membership votes. That's the compromise that was arrived at in 2001. And I don't think there's much appetite within the exec of the 22 committee to change it right now.
Yes, I do remember with some dread being that MP when some of my colleagues decided just to put Jeremy Corbyn on the ballot
broaden the debate.
To broaden that debate. And the rest is history. But let's talk about the Labour Party now. I think we've discussed how the Labour Party are going to get a hearing during this Conservative leadership contest. Yeah. They have managed to.
They have managed to do so by spectacularly shooting themselves in the foot. I suppose there are 2 ways to look at this. Number one, Keir Starmer wants to look like a government in waiting. He wants to look like someone who is taking grown-up, sensible decisions, and to that end, he has said that his shadow ministers should not attend the picket line of any rail strike over the coming days and weeks. And he said that because a government wouldn't do that thing, they need to behave as if they're a government in opposition. However, one of his shadow ministers, Sam Tarry, did precisely the opposite of that. He didn't just attend a picket line, but he also made quite a big song and dance about it, appearing on many different TV channels, giving a lot of interviews, and allegedly making policy up on the hoof as well. Now, the Labour Party leadership say that, and of course he's been now sacked from the front bench, the Labour Party leadership say that he's been sacked because of the interviews rather than because of attending a picket line. But it really does smack of factional war here. Sam Tarry seems to be on the left of the party, facing a deselection battle in his Ilford seat. And Sir Keir Starmer wanting, in many ways, probably wanting to have this row. To make him seem more moderate and really take on the hard left. It's unedifying, though, whenever this happens. Sir Keir Starmer got elected as Labour Party leader, saying he wanted to stop the interfactional warfare, saying that he wanted to unite the Labour Party. It looks like this week he's doing the opposite.